Welcome back, Truth Seeker. November 10th, 2017. One of the headlines this morning, the actor John Hillerman from Magnum PI, dead at age 84 yesterday, November 9th. And what I'm going to show you is his death is no doubt a ritual murder in tribute to the Houston Astros who just won the World Series. If you're new here, that might sound bizarre, but stay with me. I was showing everybody why the Houston Astros would win the World Series from August on last year after Houston flooded. And this man's death has everything to do with the flood that just transpired. So what we're looking at here is the magazine cover that released by Sports Illustrated June 25th, 2014. And on the cover is the Astros star player George Springer, who won the MVP for this most recent World Series. Look at what it says. This is from 2014. Your 2017 World Series champs. This released on George Orwell's birthday, June 25th, who wrote 1984. And in that book, he talks about how all it took to rule over the people who lived in a nation run by tyrants, was films, sports, gambling, alcohol. Something else he talked about in that book was how weather warfare was something of the future. And as I exposed in August, the flooding of Houston was intentional. It was the work of weather warfare. And it's not the first time. It's something that's been going on all over the world since 1952. 1952, the Lynmouth flood, the year it was admitted by world militaries that they were able to use technology to induce flash flooding. First admitted in the UK, then the US admitted it. They were doing in Asia with the Vietnam War, and then many times since. So here we are in 2017, deep in the game. This man, he died on the day that leaves 52 days left in the year. And in Gematria, the word flood equals 52. He died in Houston. Houston flooded on the day with 52 numerology, August 27th, 2017. That's also the 239th day of the year, and 239 is the 52nd prime. In Gematria, Torah equals 239. That's the part of the Bible where the biblical flood is. Means the book of the law, which also has Gematria of 239. Hillerman, who died in Houston yesterday on the day that leaves 52 days left in the year, at age 84, like Orwell's 84, 1984, Hillerman in Gematria also sums to 52 like flood. Notice how they emphasize Magnum PI. This is CNN. Every news outlet this morning's emphasizing Magnum PI. You see how the emphasis is on the word Magnum PI. Magnum PI. In Gematria, Magnum PI sums to 94. And when you write out 94 as a word, it sums to 147. Just like World Series, just like Houston Astros, just like Freemason, just like conspiracy. These numbers go together like peanut butter and jelly. Last year showed why the Cubs would win the World Series in spring training before the season began, and I also showed why they'd win it in Game 7 on November 2nd, closing out the 112th World Series, which is exactly what they did. And when I showed why they'd win it in Game 7, it was all about the number 94. I'd tell you to go back and watch my video, but Google took down all of my content this past June. So this man, he also died on a ripe date in connection to the World Series, November 9th, 2017. That's a date with 57 numerology. World Series also has Gematria 57. In case you're new here, I'll link the Gematrinator calculator below. These are your 4 base ciphers. These ciphers are what you need to know. Interesting that World Series is also 150 because the biblical flood, it rains for 40 days and 40 nights. The flood lasts 150 days. It ends in Genesis 8:3. Harvey has the Gematria of 83. Flood also has the Gematria of 83 as well as 52. You know, Houston has the televangelist Joel Osteen from the Lakewood Church. Isn't it interesting that Osteen's 150? Like how long The flood lasts. So anyhow, Hillerman, dead in Houston. First paragraph to actor John Hillerman died of natural causes at his home in Houston. They say he was 5'7". That's interesting in light of the 57 World Series coding. With regards to him dying at 84, United States of America equals 84. So does Jesuit. So does the Jesuit Order. Big Jesuit tribute yesterday in Thursday Night Football, which I said there would be. On my blog post, I said there was going to be a big ritual here with the Pope. It was 38 days to the Pope's birthday, and the game ended with 38 points. This year, the Super Bowl's in Minnesota. Minnesota equals 38. It's going to be Super Bowl 52. Pope also equals 52. Minnesota, you guys, by the way, is hosting Super Bowl 52. The land of 10,000 lakes due to ancient flooding. You know, Minnesota 52, flood 52, glaciers 52. That's what caused the ancient flooding of Minnesota, now the land of 10,000 lakes. Something I forgot to check that we can just do. It's always good to measure from the date they died until the birthday. What day was his birthday? December 20th. He died November 9th, the day leaving 52 days left in the year. So let's see what that is. So 41 days. And remember, that's a number that connects back to Houston when you take into account your H exception. So he died 41 days from his birthday. Remember, Houston also equals 112. They won 112 games on the season, a span of 112 days from Verlander's birthday. They were wearing those H strong patches. They won 101 games this year, winning their 101st on 10/1 October 1st. They were last in the 101st World Series. 101's the 26th prime. In Hebrew, flood equals 26. So dead 41 days before his birthday. With regards to it dying on November 9th and the Jesuit connections, Vatican has gematria of 119, November 9th. Francis is the Pope there. Francis 119. Again, Pope 52. Remember what's up with the Vatican. Kabbalah has the gematria of 52. Kabbalah is where this entire code comes from. The belief that God created the world by merging the letter with the number. Kabbalah is based on the tree of life, 52. Gematria is the code of letters and numbers, 52. This is where the term the Cabal comes from, 52. After the Crusades, this knowledge was brought back to the Vatican, the Catholic Church. And that's how the Cabal was formed. You know, the New World Order, its heart is the Catholic Church. The Masons within the Catholic Church, Pope Francis is a Mason. That's why he has that hidden hand pose. You can look up NWO, New World Order, 52. Just like government, 52. Just like authority, 52. See? So I think we covered it all. The latest ritual sacrifice. Check out this article that Sports Illustrated put out about their 2014 magazine cover. They were so confident that the Astros would win the World Series as they predicted. The answer will be, we were right. And that was in regards to their magazine cover prediction, which released the Wednesday before June 30th. On that cover, it says June 30th, which is a date with a life lesson number of 46. And the reason that matters is because Houston, Texas has gematria of 46. So does flooding, 46. That's the date their magazine cover was dated, but it came out the Wednesday before, which was June 25th, George Orwell's birthday. You see? See, but you can just go back. It's so easy to check that the Wednesday was June 25th. Here's how you do it. What day of the week was June 25th, 2014? Wednesday. And it came out the Wednesday before June 30th, you see? And then you're like, well, how do I know that's George Orwell's birthday? Well, same thing. George Orwell's birthday. This is the nice thing about the information age. June 25th. he would have turned 114 years old. Or excuse me, it came out in 2014, so he would have turned 111 years old. And that's interesting, actually, because the World Series ended on November 1st, 11/1. Didn't realize that until just now, you know? This magazine released on what would have been his 111th birthday. The World Series ends on 11/1. How about it? How about it? So there it is, the latest murder by numbers. John Hillerman. He got to live to 84. Sometimes these celebrities get offed in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, you know, younger. 84, nice long life, but this man did not go out naturally. Unlike what it says, died of natural causes. And I forget what that equals in gematria. I think there's something to that. Natural causes, that's right. 38, just like death. 38, just like murder. 38, just like killing. 38, just like RIP. 38. Natural causes. Yeah, natural causes. If you consider arsenic poisoning or being suffocated or being injected with something else, those are your natural causes. By the way, arsenic equals 33. It's the 33rd element on the periodic table. Arsenic poisoning also has gematria of 187 connected to the homicide code. Arsenic poisoning also equals 88. Look at the word poison alone. 88. You see that? All right, Truth Seeker. R.I.P. to John Hillerman. I won't be surprised if we see more headlines today about more people who died yesterday, you know? This might be the first headline to release. There might be more yet. One last one. If we break out our exceptions here, hold on. It's one of these. With the reverse reduction, if you make E22 and H10, death is also 52. Dead on the day that leaves 52 days left in the year. So that's all for now, Truth Seeker. Until next time.